Good evening, pepper lovers of the world. It's Jeff Hobbs. Some of you know me as Pepper Wolverine. Most of you know me as Jeff Hobbs. Just depends on where you're going to look at this video. I posted a couple pictures of a strain I've never grown before. Pulled a couple pods of a Fatale Jigsaw crossed with a big red mama, crossed with a Yaki blue Fawn. It has a kind of a strange history to it. It's thrown out quite a few different shapes, as you can see. These will probably be the only pods I pull off of that plant. Maybe there might be 5 more or so. As most of you, anyone that knows me, knows that I've had a difficult season. Growing pains went big, and insects went bigger, and they're winning. But I got these seeds from a gentleman named Joseph Knapp, who got them from the season before from white hot peppers. And it's a beautiful plant, dark foliage, interesting transition from light lime green to a purplish, and then mine are kind of like almost a brown burgundy. Some of the pictures I was able to find that other people have grown were a little bit more red, so maybe my growing conditions have something done to it. But this is a triple cross, in an unintentional. I've never had it before, so we'll see what it's all about. So this is the Gourmet Fatale Jigsaw, so the Jigsaw pepper from Fatale Peppers, with a BRM, Big Red Mama, and a Yaki Blue Fawn. So it's a 3-way hybrid. Of the 5 peppers I have available, I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the most ripe, which probably is this one. So I use my trusty pepper knife that was gifted to me by a gentleman named Aaron Hernandez of Pepper Donkey on Facebook, and Pepper Lovers Community for G+. You can tell by cutting through it. Oh wow, that's that knife just got really wet. You can see, yeah, you can even see that there. Medium to thin wall pepper. Oh, maybe it's a lot of rain here. There's a lot of water inside of this. That can't be capsaicin juices. That's just water. Might cut this short. I don't know. Not so sure about this. You know, a bunch of water inside the pepper is not something I'm familiar with. It didn't rain here for the last couple of days, so I'm curious as to why there's so much liquid inside of the pepper. I don't know. I might have to. I don't know. It's a thin wall medium pepper. Not much placental tissue to it, actually. It's running right down the center, just for the seed stock, but there's not much placenta to it. That water that dropped out of it's making me curious as to what other effects the mites and other insects might be having on my peppers. Maybe I should rethink what's going on. I don't know. It smells like a nice pepper. Not very floral, not very overwhelming. I don't know. Never had it before. It's crunchy like a habanero. I mean, it's a medium wall pepper. Never had it before. Sweet on the initial bite. I'm biting around the seeds because I might want to save some. I don't know. First time. Some might think I'm cheating, but I'm just being honest. Actually, looking inside, I'm not saving seeds from this. I might save seeds from this half of the pod. The other, I'm sorry, this is a half of the pod, so this quarter of the pod, no. I don't know. That amount of moisture concerns me. I never opened a pepper, had that in it. It's a crunchy, medium, thick wall pepper. Like I said, not much placental tissue in it. I cut a portion of this off. It's hard to see, but there's like a little hole from almost like I don't know if it's a pepper weevil or what. I've never had so many problems with insects as I have this season, so here's another like a third part of the pepper. That part's going in the garbage because I don't trust it. So of the 3 parts that make up this pepper, I haven't had any of them. I have not had the Jigsaw. The ones I grew last season were terrible. From my fault, not from anything else. Don't know much about the Big Red Mama in terms of a personal taste test. Never had a Yaki Blue Fawn. So this pepper is bitter. And I left most of the seeds out. There's a sweetness to it, and it's an enjoyable sweetness. Certain amount of heat's kicking in. Excuse me while I clean some of that up. Pretty floral. Not overwhelming, but after the sweetness subsided, a floral is kicking in. Starting to work its way around the mouth, maybe from the way I chewed it. I'm not sure. It's like, according to my gauges, it's a 86 with 92% humidity. So I wasn't sweating that much, and I just took a shower, and now all of a sudden the sweat kicked in. So there's a good amount of heat to it. The floral nodes subsided really quick, and it kicked back to the sweetness. From what I've read, I'm thinking that might be part of the Jigsaw portion of it, given the nature or the heritage of the Jigsaw. But I don't, like I said, I don't know the Jigsaw, I don't know the Big Red Mama, and I don't know the Yaki Blue Fawn. Pretty good pepper. I mean, it's close to. So actually, we're only like a couple minutes in. I don't feel like the heat's building. I think I'm feeling like it's already crescendoed. It's already topped out. It's not building anymore. My tolerance isn't too high because I don't have a whole lot of peppers to eat because my garden went to shat with insect wars. It's got some of the pins and needles biting the tongue, the throat, but nothing overwhelming. I'm eating this on an empty stomach. I have not had dinner yet. It's got an interesting sweetness to it. It's a very enjoyable flavor. It's hot, but it's not super hot. Part of that maybe has to do with the amount of moisture that was inside the pepper, which I might have to reach out to some external resources and see what the heck is going on with that. I mean, there were no holes in it. It's not like rain got into it. It's been dry here, so it shouldn't have absorbed a unbelievable amount of moisture from the ground or anything like that. So that's a little bit different. I would have thought it would have been a lot hotter. It's been heat stress because it's been hot here in Illinois, where I live. Very good flavor. Good burn. A decent burn, like a medium burn. I'll definitely have to eat. There's like about 6 or 7 more peppers on the plant that I should be able to harvest. We'll see what happens with those. I might have to do a second review just to see if there's something skewed about this individual pepper. I don't know. It's a great looking plant. It's pretty. It's dark foliage. The ripening stages are awesome. Flavor is good. Heat levels medium hot to hot. And I wouldn't classify this as a super hot, but it's got some heat to it because it definitely kicked in some sweat bubbles on the forehead. So yeah, it's not building anymore. It's on the lips, it's on the tongue. Didn't go anywhere else inside the mouth. Didn't go down the throat, the esophagus, nothing like that. But nonetheless, it's actually a pretty tasty pepper. That floral flavor of it subsided pretty quick. Went from sweet to floral, back to sweet, and that's what's left in my mouth. I am salivating quite a bit. It's a pretty good pepper. If you've never had it, I'd definitely say grow it, if nothing else, for the aesthetic value that it has, because it's a beautiful plant. Good flavor. This would be a excellent contender for powder, for sure. Joseph Knapp, thanks for sending me some seeds. I know you got them from White-Headed Peppers, so good stuff on that, Justin White. Good pepper. You guys have a good evening. Hope you enjoyed the video.